second show of Gary's English Learning Center.
And Ironic Men 3.
Ironic Men 3.
Yes, Ironic Men 3.
This has, I guess this has become our brand because the mask is so,
iconic.
Iconic.
It is iconic, isn't it? Yeah. And iconic.
Iconic. So,
睇咗 what's up, Mayor?
Okay. Would you repeat that?
睇咗 what's up, Mayor?
I have to brush up your Cantonese. You should say 睇咗 WhatsApp 未啊？
睇咗 WhatsApp 未啊？ Okay.
Used to be 食貨飯未啊？ Okay.
食咗飯未啊？ Try to brush up your Cantonese, yeah?
食咗飯未啊？
食咗飯未啊？
Okay.
食齋到未啊？
Okay, 食齋到未啊？ Let me have a bite first.
I like
because
that,
I'm very hungry.
Don't you?
And while I was enjoying the food, you should do the talking.
Okay. Well, Eddie, I'm thinking. But people used to say "Sig your farm mayor," isn't it? My friends who tease me don't say hello, don't say why, but you say "Sig your farm mayor." It was so important, wasn't it? Really. But now people's priorities have changed, and it's the last thing on their list, isn't it? It was the first thing on their list, And when I first came here, there was dim sum and yum cha and
steamed fish, wonton,
all that kind of thing. I eat quite a bit of that kind of food. I did, and and xylo mate,
Yeah.
Xylo mate.
And what about now?
Well, now, excuse me. If I go out with my friends, I'm talking about Chinese friends here. I'm talking about Cantonese, local people.
Yeah.
You're gonna have like pizza and pasta from Italy.
Yeah.
I mean, that has become like international food, isn't it? I remember two girls on a train in London saying, "Oh, I like English food, like pizza and pasta."
This is the best joke today. What about fish and chips? Are they from Italy?
Yeah, well, well, fish and chips. Well, back in England, but okay, let's go there. In England, it used to be fish and chips, right, and cottage pie and things like that.
Yeah.
But then it went to like. Indian curries were the most popular,
Yeah.
And then it went to Thai food became the most popular.
Yeah.
And these days it's Mexican food.
Fusion.
Mexican food is the most
Mexican
popular.
Food.
Yeah, it's the top food in England now.
Oh, you mean in England?
Yeah. But here it's not things like yum cha and things, is it?
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Where did they get the Mexican chef?
Well, how authentic is the food? How authentic is it? I don't know really. Well, hopefully from Mexico, but
I guess not.
There's even a Mexican restaurant.
I think it is very, very unlikely.
There's even a Mexican restaurant in Moriwao now.
Yeah,
but it's not. I don't say that, but they don't look Mexican to me.
No,
but these. I mean, here, come back to Hong Kong. You got. Sushi and sashimi, aren't they? They're really, really popular. And the Japanese food and the ramen noodles.
I would say right now, I don't think they have anything to do with Japan because of all these materials. They are not from Japan, and the people who cook them
no, they're not. No, they're
not Japanese either.
But they, they're kind of inspired by Japan.
Yeah. And I'm very worried about the hygiene of this food.
Well, I mean, that's, there are things like seafood and the prawns and that kind of thing, and raw seafood is really dodgy, really, a good way to get some illness, really. It's a very, very good way, I used to be a chef, it's a good way,
Yeah. What about Thailand?
We've got Thailand, Tom Yum Krong, I like that, you've got a lot of Thai restaurants in Hong Kong, isn't it?
A lot of them, and I would say many of them are actually very good.
Yeah, they are good. Yeah,
because I have been to Thailand,
they are
and
good,
I can compare them. Okay,
and I mean, I don't know Korean food very well, but kimchi.
Yeah,
but in a lot of places, like tapas bars, aren't there?
What is tapas?
Tapas is the little snacks you have with your beer. Spanish.
The snack that I'm tasting right now.
Spanish, yeah.
It's Spanish.
Yeah. Well, no, this is
Chinese.
It's Chinese, Yeah, I mean, this is nice, isn't it? I mean, that kind of thing, and there's all the, the burger joints, isn't it?
Okay.
Name them.
And since you're enjoying the food, I do the talking.
Mm-hmm.
And In Hong Kong, of course, you got hamburgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have no idea what you're talking about when you mentioned this Paris anecdote.
Well, yeah, well, when I was in Paris many years ago, and there was Americans and they got no burgers, Henry, no burgers here. They were in Paris, They were in Paris. They weren't looking for frogs' legs and snails and
I guess for the Americans, they have some presumption that throughout the whole world, you should get hamburgers in every part of this.
I wonder what Alex would say about that, really,
Yeah.
But I remember that, here we got all these chain stores, right? These junk food chain stores.
And fried chicken.
Yeah, people get, they got these, junk food chain stores.
I very much doubt that, actually, are they selling chickens or some kind of, monsters?
We don't know. Yeah? We really got no idea, But why go there? I mean, Stephen Chow, right? Stephen Chow, Chow Sing-ji, isn't it? Chow Sing-ji. When he made Sixth Son, that was funny, and it was kind of like a celebration and a bit of a laugh, wasn't it, about it? But another film he made was called Lucky Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lucky. Do you remember that one? Lucky.
I only know the Cantonese name. I have no idea.
Oh, sorry. Well, Dan Tak Wong Ti, yeah. Is it Dan Tak Wong Ti?
Yeah.
Almost. Prince of Egg Tarts, Prince of Egg Tarts, And that was all about, supporting your local restaurant, not going to these burger joints and that kind of thing.
Well, I guess actually the movie was about the time that in Hong Kong, you have certain kind of local food culture.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And then you got a lot of this multinational invasions.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a battle.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Which it seems to me that the locals have lost, really.
Yeah. Completely agree with you.
That was like a bit of a turning point, as you say, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I mean, why did people come here? I mean, I also remember I hadn't been here that long myself. Just a few years or so,
yeah.
and two middle-aged English women came up to me, and they said, where they'd heard that Marks and Spencer's was here. And where could I find Marks and Spencer's, This was in Central, So I told them, and they were so happy. So they come they come from the other side of the world to go to Marks and Spencer's. I mean, why did you bother? Why did you, I mean, it's some people, some people.
Oh, because we are always looking for our home whenever we travel. Do you know what I mean?
You speak for yourself. No, I think a lot of people are, but it's not me personally, Eddie,
Of course, but let's say for me, what I miss most when I was traveling overseas, I miss the rice.
Yeah, I know people do that. Yeah,
a bowl of rice.
People do that.
A bowl of hot rice.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah.
So why not stay at home? Eat as much rice as you want.
In that case, why travel?
Yeah, that's right.
So okay, going back to England, and you got Chinese takeaways.
Yep.
And restaurants everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You mean
always have had, I mean, not since the beginning of time, but since the beginning of my time anyway. Yeah. There's always been, there's a Swallow Garden near where I live, but it's like anglicized. Yeah, anglicized.
Which means that they changed the taste, changed the cooking method into ways that are suitable for the English people.
That's right. And when I was a chef, I made chicken chow mein in a restaurant in central London, and people actually came to the kitchen and complimented me. But I didn't. Honestly, I was quite a good chef, but I didn't really have that. It wasn't really authentic as I
Oh, don't bother. There is no authentic food in Chinese. Okay.
But they think the culture here is becoming diluted, really.
Diluted, very, very diluted. Especially in Hong Kong, we got all this fusion food.
Yeah.
We try to put all these different kind of things.
I mean, there's lots of helpers from the Philippines, but we don't see many Philippines restaurants.
No. Don't go back. Don't go too fast. Yeah. Because I spot one thing: fish and chips and cottage pie. I have no idea what cottage pie is.
Well, that's like a minced beef, minced beef with some mashed potato on the top.
Should I say in Cantonese?
Xu yong.
I know that. 肉餅.
Yokbang, and Shuyong on top. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. In the past, and fashion of India, Indian, Thai, and Mexican. So, well, there is also quite a number of good Indian restaurants in Hong Kong.
Yeah. Pretty good. Well, having stayed in India, they're not that good, really.
I can't tell because I've never been to India. But since you're in India, you can compare them.
Yeah, there's not too much difference between the different sauces. Different curry sauces, really.
Okay. And then back to Hong Kong. Why do people come here? Two middle-aged women from England happy to find Marks and Spencer, and
now we got up to, the population is being diluted, isn't it? We have the mainland immigration. There's 1 million people. We got 100,000 Philippine people coming as maids and helpers, and another 100,000 Indonesians type of thing, isn't it? And when I first came here, there were Vietnamese boat people.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
That was 20 years ago. And but now now what you got now, and you got European and American boat people.
How come?
Well, they're economic refugees.
Are there any?
They are.
What is the problem?
They can't find work in Europe. In Europe, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, in Europe or in America,
Oh.
I've even known people who have gone to school here, gone to university in America, and come back here to work.
A lot of them. A lot of them. Yeah. So you would say different style in many cases, but nevertheless, okay. But do they adopt local culture? I can't tell.
I think when we had that program a few programs ago about Yondan Latu, I think he's a good example. He expects all the signs to have perfect English, but he admits he knows little Cantonese himself. So he's in his little bubble. He expects to come to some Cantonese speaking place and wander around speaking English the whole time.
We are just some backward city in the third world. So why bother to learn Cantonese?
It's like that, yeah. It's the attitude of people,
I'm supposed to be ironic. Okay.
Yeah. I know, I got that. Yeah, but these people are not being ironic. That's the attitude. That's really the attitude they have. Honestly, Eddie,
Okay, people coming to experience Hong Kong Cantonese culture.
Do they?
They should, because the first thing is that many of them watch Hong Kong movies in the 80s.
Yeah.
When they grew up. Okay. And some of them would like to check out the Kung Fu styles in Hong Kong.
Yeah, Kung Fu is a great export, isn't it?
Yeah.
One thing,
And the cuisine here.
But you see, there's another bit of irony, Eddie. Another bit of irony is that many people around the world are interested in Kung Fu and they practice it.
Yeah.
But here in Hong Kong, the local school children, from what I see, is they learn Taekwondo. Yeah. Most of them learn Taekwondo and not Kung Fu.
We call this cultural exchange.
Oh, it's just nice. It's so nice. It's so diplomatic.
And the Guaylo, the foreigners come here to learn Kung Fu, and we local here go learn something else.
But it's also true, if you go to India, you see all the foreign people doing yoga, but no Indian people doing yoga. Yeah,
very ironic. It's
an ironic world, isn't it? It really is. I mean, and when I first came in,
is it? Do you really mean that when people in India don't practice yoga?
Well, I mean, I knew quite a lot of Indian people. I was working with the deaf people in the organisation, and I was there a few years, and I got to know a lot of people. And no, one or two of them said, "Oh, I used to do it years and years ago."
Yeah,
but but when people from here go to India,
I got a lot of friends who actually travel to India.
Yeah,
to find the gurus.
Yeah.
For their yoga lessons. Yeah, and I'm about to do that.
You are?
Because
I know you can. I'll be your guru. I know yoga. I know yoga.
No.
But you see, I didn't start. Oh, I did. I started.
I'm not sure about that, but anyway, I'm very I have a very key idea that you don't look like a guru.
Well, I've got some clothes that I make.
Okay, you should change your fashion.
Change my clothes. Yeah, I got my Hong Kong. I'm proud of.
Where do you get it?
I got this from the PMQ, yeah. Police Married Quarters. Yeah,
I like the first sentence. Yeah. I like the first sentence. Yeah. I'm Hong Konger.
Yeah, I'm Hong Kong. People say I am actually.
You are.
People do, yeah. People do, yeah.
You shouldn't bother whether people tell you whether you are Hong Kong or not.
People do say, yeah. They do say,
you actually are.
Another thing about this culture exchange thing, is that when I first came here, I'd never heard of dragon boat racing, right? I never heard of it. Yeah. But now there's dragon boat races all over the world, aren't there?
Yeah. But have you heard of the Mid-Autumn Festival?
Yeah. It's a day's holiday for me anyway.
Yeah. What should you do on that day?
What you should do? You should watch the moon.
No, eat the mooncake.
Eat the moon. I'm coming on to eat the mooncake and the lantern.
The lantern.
Yeah. Play with your lantern.
Yeah. Put on a lantern at Lantau Island.
Yeah. Lantau. Yeah. Lantau Island.
Yeah.
But I'm just, on a serious point here with, all this cultural exchange or cultural mixing up really, isn't it? It's like globalization, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's aspect of globalization,
Which means we all become the same.
Yeah, homogenization. Yeah, we all become the same. If you put everything in everything,
Yeah.
If you put everything in everything, then everything becomes the same, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So the whole world will become very bored.
Yeah.
I mean, boring.
Boring, yeah. It will, yeah, because, and then I suppose you won't have to go anywhere because everything will be everywhere.
So in that case, you don't have the incentive to travel because everywhere looks the same.
Everywhere has everything, yeah. Everywhere has everything.
Just like Hong Kong.
Yeah.
You go to the Central, you go to the Causeway Bay, you go to Kim it's always the luxurious brands all over Hong Kong.
And you've got a smorgasbord, that's what we say, the smorgasbord, the Swedish buffet, you've got a buffet of the whole world,
Yeah.
Really,
So we don't like a boring world. We like an exciting world.
Yeah, to enrich the culture. Otherwise the cultures get diluted in this way, I think, don't they?
So we should localize.
Yeah, localize, not globalize,
Yeah. That's our punchline today.
It is, isn't it? That's okay. Good punchline, Eddie.
So see you next week?
Yeah, see you next time. Yeah.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.